Alright, you just heard King's Evil with the song Victim and Hate. Now this was chosen by today's guest. Today's guest is, actually, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Wolfsblood, guitar, vocals, and Visions of the Night. Right, too much about me that I think is incredibly interesting, but I'll try to sound the most interesting that I possibly can today for your show.
Alright, that's a pretty good intro. Alright, now Visions of the Night. What could you tell us about this band?
It started off back in 1999. It was really just the very beginning. It was just me and a drum machine, and a friend of mine was doing some helping out with some backing vocals, and really I just wanted to see, like how much I could really accomplish on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I had a couple songs, but I'm like, decided I'm going to try the most easy song, and if I can't pull this off, then it obviously ain't going to go any further. But it came out really good. Another thing that inspired me around that time, as ridiculous as this sounds, there's a band called Necromantia who is otherwise awesome, but they put out an album called which one was it? It's a Crossing the Styx.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might be getting that mixed up with Sinister. Either way, Crossing the Fiery Path. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And it just sounded like really rough, and although some people liked it that way, I just kept thinking, you know what, I could probably do better than this on my own, and so, just kind of took up the challenge. Like I said, I love their other stuff, but that particular album just didn't really do too much for me, and shortly, a little while after that, that got on a local radio. A friend of mine, she ran a record store, like just with extreme music, mm-hmm. And then she also had a college radio show. And then she's like, "Hey, why don't you bring what you did by the store just so I can check it out?" And she asked it that way because I think she wasn't sure whether it would be any good herself. So she didn't say, "Hey, I bring it by and I'll put it on the show." She's like, "Bring it by and play it for me." And then so she liked what she heard, so she put it on the radio.
Right on.
And shortly after that, we got a couple live members,
mm-hmm.
And a little bit even longer after that, and we even got a live drummer too.
Right on. So this is all back in 1999, right?
The live drummer didn't come into the picture not until 2005, I believe. Yeah, mm-hmm. Maybe 2004, but it was quite a while later. Like for the longest time, I didn't even want a human drummer. I just, I was kind of used to the drum machine, and it still does have its pros. Like, it's never going to fall out of time.
Yeah.
It's just a little box you can bring to a concert. You don't have to arrange with a whole other person.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody wants to see a drummer, and also they can be spontaneous too. So clearly a human drummer is more beneficial, but there are definitely some upsides to a drum machine also.
So between 2005 and 2015, what have you been up to?
Let's see, 2005, we just put out the Externalizing Calcination CD, EP. And even then, that was just 2 old songs, 2 new songs, but these were all done with the real drummer. It was recorded pretty cheaply, so it wasn't the most it wasn't the most high quality recording, but it was good to get out again and put something else out and have it let people hear what we sound like with a real drummer. 2007, we put out a Nocturnal Militia.
Got it.
Which I felt was absolutely our strongest album at that point, and it wasn't until then that the band started to sound like how I always, pardon the pun, but envisioned. Everything was really coming together good at that point. The sound was even more unique, without being weird just for the sake of it. Keyboards were still in there. We always we always had it so we never used keyboards just because, and we never used keyboards to lighten the mood.
Right.
Whereas most bands, that's what happens when they do it. We use keyboards to scare people for the most part. And yeah, I think that really brought everything out. Like even the imagery and all that really started to come out at that point. It wasn't until 2013 when it was a little bit of a full circle. At that point, it was, well, even on Nocturnal Militia, it was me and session members who, after the recording, like, came into the band as full, but like I was still like doing the vast majority of the writing and writing all the lyrics at the same time, and just paying for a lot more stuff too, which is fine. I mean, that's how it goes. But then it got to the point where it was just me and the band again. So, I had to decide, do I want to keep doing this? And what am I going to do differently this time? So I came up with, a friend of mine, he mentioned how Todd Hansen from Berserker at the time was living like in the very next city, just like a 15-minute drive from me. And I was like, you know what? I think I guess I should give this guy a call. So I gave him a call one day, and it was just like, hey, why don't we go out for a couple drinks? I'll pay for it, and I'll run some ideas by you and see what you think. And of course, being Australian, he said yes to that. So I told him the whole thing about the plans for the album and for the second Japan tour, which also happened in 2013. And he was all over that, and even then, and then he was like, "Oh, I got some other people that would be interested also." So that's when Ra and Danica from Death joined on that tour also. And so now we're up to 2015 now, when we're back in Japan again, Taiwan, and we're also hitting up South Korea this time.
All right. I'm going to talk to you about the touring a little bit later in the show. So right now, how about you? Is Visions of the Night your first band?
No, my very first band was a band called Hellraiser, HELLRAZOR, back in high school.
Right on.
And we were absolutely terrible. Our first show happened. I had not even been playing guitar for a year, and we were trying to do stuff close to the level of like Megadeth, Rust in Peace era, because that was a pretty big influence. So generally, we were absolutely attempting to play beyond our level, and it was absolutely horrendous. Things really didn't turn out too well.
All right. Well, let's get back into the music for a little bit. So on your set list, you chose the band Ogre with the song "Killing with Smile." Why'd you choose that? Yeah, why did you choose that one?
I just love we toured with Ogre a couple times, and Shaki's awesome. And even though when you think of "Killing with Smile," the English isn't like 100% correct, but I think because of that, it makes it more catchy. And like the first time you hear it, just like "Killing with Smile," what is that? Does that mean killing while smiling, or you're actually killing with just the act itself?
Good point.
It's almost like you've been in Japan for a long time, and I think you would probably feel the same way as me. If Google Translate ever fixed itself, would you like that, or would you not like it? Because I hope they don't. It's just like a charm. I don't know. I find it just very interesting. It's just like the new ways of saying things that are uniquely Japanese, even though it's attempting English. I just really love.
Hey, when you like something, you just gotta crap your hands, Yeah, exactly. All right. So the next one you chose is you chose Big.
Yeah. We just did a show with them in Hiroshima, and we met them on the 2013 tour. Oddly enough, we were both in Taiwan, even though No, obviously we're not from Taiwan, neither are they.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we've just kept in touch over the years, and over the years, it was 2 years ago, talking like we know them forever. But last year, I went to Japan just for a visit, and I got one of those rail passes, and I sent a message to Makoto. This was like maybe like 5 days before I was going to leave, and I just said, "Hey, I said I've got a rail pass, so I can come down and visit you guys for free." I said, "Are you guys up for like hanging out?" I said, "It's totally cool either way." And then Makoto wrote back and just said, "Yeah, Peter, come hang out." And you could not have like paid for like a better tour guide.
That's a good promo for them, man. Yeah. Well, all right, there you go. We're gonna listen to Ogre, Killing with Smile, and Bake Bomb, Digestion. Alright, you just heard Ogre with Killing with Smile and Big Bomb Digestion. We're back with Wolf's Blood from Visions of the Nights. The next thing I'd like to talk to you about is your touring. Tell us about your tour this time.
This time we started off in Hiroshima last week. We're going to Sendai on Saturday, Tokyo the holiday Monday. Then we're heading to Seoul, South Korea the next Saturday, and then the following Friday and Saturday we've got 2 shows in Taipei, Taiwan.
This is not your first time in Japan. Yeah, what keeps bringing you back to Japan?
Well, I first visited in 2008, and actually, after less than 2 hours after I landed, I was at your concert.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good time.
Yeah, I bring my suitcase like to the concert. It was with me. And it was you guys, and I found it very strange because you guys were playing with there's at least one power metal band.
Yeah, right.
I think now it's a little more acceptable. At the time, though, a death metal band and a power metal band back home would not have worked whatsoever. But yeah, I was really surprised by that. But aside from eluding authorities back home, I kid. I just enjoy how everybody's so insanely nice to each other here. You can go up and talk to anybody. Even women don't if you're to approach a woman on the street and just say, "Hey, what time is it?" or just something like that, they'll answer you back. Or even if you're looking for a certain store, they won't automatically assume that you're trying to pick them up. They'll act like actual humans and stuff like that. And everything's more relaxed, everything's more friendly, and you can drink everywhere. Like anything, there are some pros and some cons. All
right, so what brought you here the first time?
I was been wanting to go to Japan for years. I already knew part of the language because one day I went to the library and I borrowed a cassette on Japanese, another one on Russian, another one on German, and the Japanese one just stuck a lot better. So I'm all right, you know what? Why don't I just see what happens here? I work on the line at the Ford factory back home, and I just thought it would be really cool, instead of just being like a mindless drone all day. It's almost like an experiment. Can I learn another language while I'm working, right? Kind of do 2 things at once. And so that went pretty well. And then maybe about a year or 2 after that, I had a Japanese girlfriend that lived in Toronto. And then I still want to go, but I never really had anybody to go with.
Right.
And then the bassist at the time gave me a call, and he's like, "Hey, I want to go to Japan. You're the first person I thought of. Do you want to go check it out?" Fuck yeah, dude, I've been waiting for somebody to call me with this question for a couple of years now.
All right, we're going to get back into the music right now. Good story, by the way. Thank you. All right. Taste. Repeated Slaughter. Why'd you choose that one?
I just, Taste is it's a band that I think almost no European or North American band would call themselves in English.
No, yeah.
Also, again, because of that, do you remember?
Sure.
Yeah, we first met them last year. Not last year, 2013 in Sendai, and I thought they put on an amazing show then. And we just did another one in Hiroshima, and they were, once again, awesome. Amazing band, amazing bunch of guys.
Bloodstained Child, Series 6.
Yeah, this is a lot more on the different side. I want to throw in something that I still liked, but was just really a little bit different. It's there is metal mixed in there, but there's techno and some other weird stuff in there. For some reason, anytime I hear this, I always think of Japan. It's not just because they're a Japanese band, but even when I hear it back home, it's, I don't know, makes me think of Japan, and I think it's kind of good to throw in something a little bit unexpected now and then.
In my head, before you said that, I was thinking, yeah, man, it's kind of like tentacle porn, and it makes me think of Japan. Yeah.
So you're saying when you heard this song, it makes you think of tentacle porn?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to. Okay. You know, I might now start thinking something different when I hear this song.
All right. So here we go. Taste, repeated slaughter, bloodstained child, Series 6, no tentacle porn. right, you just heard Taste with Repeated Slaughter and Blood-Stained Child with Sirius 6, and we're back with Wolf's Blood. This is the part where we close out. Real quick, I just want to say, if you want to contact us for future guests or song requests, you can contact us at visualjusticefilms@gmail.com. And Wolf's Blood, if somebody wanted to contact you, how could they contact you?
They can contact me at visionsofthenight.net. That's probably the easiest thing, since Facebook can't shut that one down. I was gonna mention to people about your email there that they can send to your address to contact you or to send you tentacle porn.
All right. Well, looks like my inbox just got a little bit busier and messier.
Yeah, a lot messier. Your chances of becoming a guest will probably increase also if you do that.
Well, it's called Japanese Extreme Presents, so it's not just metal, right? It's extreme. So, we might have some weird guests on.
And that is extreme.
Yeah. All right. So
it's pretty strange. We went to the aquarium in Osaka yesterday, so although we didn't see anything like that going on, I'm pretty sure there were some tentacles there. It's a good thing that song wasn't playing.
After the place closes.
yeah, that's my book. Aquarium After Dark.
Yeah, Aquarium After Dark. There you go. Yeah. All right. So, how about any future plans?
What am I doing in the future? I got a couple songs written for the new album, but there ain't going to be too much going on there for a while. I'd like to get things to the point where I'm insanely happy with them. I don't just want to throw anything together. But we did just release, and this is only available at live shows right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a remix album, but it's done all much more industrial style. It's not just, we didn't just fine tune anything. It's all pretty crazy right now. There's even one original song from how would I even explain this? It's the album's called Visions of the Night versus Remechanized Industrial Military Complex. And are you familiar with Thorn's First Emperor, that album?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like that in the sense that obviously it's not Emperor songs being redone, it's Vision songs being redone. But because it was me, I had to kind of come up with that project, because there also be Visions of the Night versus Visions of the Night, and I didn't want people to have for instance, if I were to just call it Visions of the Night Industrial Military Complex, then it would sound like to most people that's the direction the band's going in, whereas it's a remix album. There might even be future remix albums in the same vein, but the next full length is still going to be death metal. We're not changing style. It's just a weird remix album. There might be more of them, but we're still middle. Did I say middle? We're still middle metal, Middle Earth metal.
All right. So let's get into some of your songs. All right. First song we're going to hear is "We Will Conquer."
Yeah.
And then
should I just start talking about it, or?
Yeah. What can you say about "We Will Conquer"?
We will conquer is about Roman legions and just warfare back in those ages, and just you probably notice a repeating theme of overwhelming force and victories, and it's really just about that. Except whereas most of the songs we have to deal with that are much more modern, but I thought it'd be interesting to do something based way back then, and I think it came out pretty well.
All right. So after "We Will Conquer," we're going to get into one of your remix songs, "War Is Our Religion," the remix.
Yes, that's there's a guest appearance by Rob Abernathy of Sacrifice on there, and well, he's in the original one too. I was actually a little bit afraid of telling him what I was doing, So I brought it up to him, but then like, is this cool if I do this with it too? And he's like, oh yeah, I have no problem. So I was worrying for nothing, but really cool guy, and it came out like when he sent me the vocal tracks. He sounded like just like he did like back when I was watching him like at a concert when I was like 17, you know. So it was just like a metal moment, you know. The song overall, and then the original version is it's probably about as close as we got to like thrash for the most part. And in this version, it's obviously a lot more industrial, and it's just still got a lot of speed to it. I think it came out well. This is probably my favorite remix song.
All right. And then we're going to get into one of your older songs, Utilizing Hate as a Motivational Force.
Yes, that was also on the 2013 album. This is really about everybody these days is always just like, oh, no hate or no anger or anything like that. But, you know, if we never had that throughout our time as a species, like we would have been finished long ago. So it's the song is basically about how it is necessary. Like perhaps it's not the most positive thing overall, but it's something that everybody has and everybody needs to a degree.
Yeah.
And yeah, just we got some kind of weird sounds going on in it. Like it's a little bit more an experimental song, perhaps not as much as the remix song that's going to be in between there. But I think it came out really well.
Right on. All right, so Wolves Blood, thank you for being our guest. You did a good job.
Thanks, man. It was a pleasure being here.
All right, so here we go. We got Visions of the Night, We Will Conquer, followed up by War is Our Religion, the remix, and then Utilizing Hate as a Motivational Force.
We will conquer, hear these words. We will conquer, let your voices shall be heard. Reaching to rise, take to the roads. Take formation, leave no flag. ashes since the dawn of man. When the first tribes acted, where it all began, breeding devastation.